Downs call full-time on Manqoba and not the storm we were expecting in Merseyside. This is Onside ZA, brought to you by Betway, where you get way more. Joining me on the show today, Mr. Len Moleko.
Yes, sir.
Tsepi Worldwide.
That's not me.
Phones.
That's not me.
Tsepi Worldwide.
Hi, darling.
Welcome, darling.
Thank you.
And everybody's favorite super sub.
Angu.
Welcome to the show, guys. The big news. Sundowns having a press conference today to announce a shift in their management structure in the technical team of Sundowns. Mr. Motsepe, he was very articulate today. Len Moleko.
You know, Super Sub said where he sits, and he almost anticipated or almost he had foresight that this might happen. And look at where we are right now. I think Coach Manqoba literally he dug his own grave with his utterances. And
didn't back it up on the field sufficiently.
But then again, you ask yourself, as a Sundowns, what does success look like? Because you are top of the log.
Playing style, trophies.
And being as far away as possible from all the other teams. Orlando Pirates are them head-to-head. Isn't that something?
Yeah, but...
Yes, guys. Yes, but even so, I mean, knowing them and how they've always been, they want to be ahead, and they're not.
Super Sub is scratching his head.
No.
You can see he wants to release.
Release. I'm listening to you guys. You're making very interesting points. I'm listening to you guys, honestly.
So, no, for me, it's a case of what does success look like for Sundowns? Is it, obviously, you lost out in the MTN 8, got beat by Stellies home and away. You lost out in the final of the Carling Knockout Cup.
To Magesi.
To Magesi.
Of all people. No offense to Magesi.
Yeah.
So, league-wise, you are there and there above the rest. Champions League, you have not won a game yet. Is that what success does not look like? Where was Coach Rulani Mokoena, who was also let go, mind you?
Yeah, after success. So it's a combination of success, playing style, and then, of course, the way he's conducted himself. Super Sub?
I agree exactly with what Len has said. And I think the most important thing here, we need to look at where was Rulani when he got sacked, right? Let's look at that season.
Semi-final
Champions League, right?
Winning African Football League.
Yes.
Winning the league.
Yes.
Only losing one game.
Yeah. So let's parallel that to the current season that Manqoba is having at Mamelodi Sundowns. 2 trophies are already gone.
MTN 8 and Carling Knockout.
But Rulani never won either of those 2 trophies.
But where he is now. You see where I'm going with this? So by the look of things, if you ask what does success look like at Mamelodi Sundowns, and success is challenging for everything, like Mr. Musipe said, right? If by the look of things now, Manqoba has already had a failure of a season. Even if he goes and win the league and win the Nedbank.
So winning the league is almost like second nature to Sundowns. Is that what you say?
Yes. Yeah. The only thing that could have saved him is Champions League. I will assume. But you look where they are in Champions League, it's 2 games down, they haven't registered a win. That's like unlike Mamelodi Sundowns. So I think they did not want to wait for the worst, and they decided to say, you know what, this is it. Pull the trigger while there's still chance for the new coach maybe to salvage their Champions League. Yes, it's still early days in Champions League, but by Mamelodi Sundowns standards, they should be up there, maybe 1 or 2.
But
may I just read this very quickly? And this is basically going to probably even echo what you guys are saying. Theo, I'm talking about fans who are speaking just below this post of the new coach being introduced. He says this person, his name is Liogo Sengo actually. He says, we'd like to thank Coach Manqoba for serving the team all throughout the success of the team. We thank him for his contribution. Sundowns is a team that is committed to winning trophies, more especially CAF Cup and the league. I guess the replacement had to be done earlier as the team is also preparing for major competitions. There will also be changes regarding players who will stay, leave, or acquired. Let us show love and support to the new coach and allow him to build. So clearly, people are of the same sentiment that, you know, they were anticipating. Mamelodi Sundowns was able to somehow anticipate that maybe given the circumstances, seeing that maybe Coach Manqoba was not performing great domestically, and I'm talking about caps, that naturally he might not have done as well when it comes to CAF, and that's not something Mamelodi Sundowns is willing to lose.
Let's go on to the comments here quickly. Ballers, welcome to the show. Of course, if you are joining as a new user on the Betway app, use the affiliate code OnsideZA. It helps us out a lot. Kumo saying, but the league is for Sundowns to lose. Macoberry saying league is a must for Sundowns. And Kumo also asking, my question is, Cardoso going to be here in March?
Look, he was at Esperance.
I think that's where he got like good success in terms of African football.
What is success? Did he win the CAF Champions League?
He won the league.
The domestic league.
The domestic league.
But we can argue Manqoba has also won the league.
Yeah, of course. For me, look, now we're moving into the new coach because I've got my reservations with the new coach.
No, I'm going to get to that.
Oh, okay.
I also have my reservations with that.
Oh, cool. Then,
with South African football, it's in its entirety, actually, not just from a Sundowns perspective.
Yeah.
Because what message are we sending? And bar Sundowns, because Sundowns has been the one team that has shown faith in local coaches. And they got the bulk of their success
from the local coaches. Yeah.
I think Neeskens was outside of Cardoso, Neeskens was the last.
Did he win the league, Neeskens?
No.
He did not win the league.
He got clubbed there by Dobsonville, remember?
Yes, I know. I think Gamondi is the last foreign coach that won the league. Gamondi and was co-coach with
co-coaching.
Yes. Yeah,
but if they were to go for local coach, who are they going to go for?
I will get there. Cookland. That stuff it's very nice.
So, okay, Bar Sundowns.
Yeah.
Obviously, they had Pito, showed faith in him. He was there, won trophies with them. He left. Manqoba remained alongside Rulani and Brastiv until now. Chiefs, up and down.
Up and down, yeah.
Because they had Gavin, they had Ghana, who's former Bafana.
They had Baxter?
No, Baxter is a foreign coach.
Before
Mulifinteki.
Kwampela.
Maluleka.
They had Steve.
Arthur.
Yeah.
They had Arthur Zwane.
Zwane, not Maluleka.
So the one team for me, but the bulk of South African big teams, in inverted commas, don't seem to have faith in local coaches.
They do.
At Bar Sundowns.
They do.
Okay.
No, they do. Let me poke hole into a statement.
When last was Orlando
Pirates does not. Orlando Pirates is not the entire football of South Africa. If you look now, currently in PSL, there are three. There were three.
No, in the Betway Premiership.
Yeah, and I said in the PSL.
No, Betway Premiership.
Yeah, it's a Betway Premiership. Yes.
Yes.
Betway Premiership.
Yes.
Yes. There's only 3 foreign coaches. The rest is local.
It's Jose, it's Cardoso, and it's Nabi.
It was
TS Galaxy. He's not a local coach.
Okay. Let me think.
Let me just do
it. Was 3 actually when I checked.
Yeah, so now with Cardoso it'll be 4.
Yeah, it will be 4. So that does not mean South African football does not take local coaches seriously.
But the big sides seem to go for foreign coaches.
Yeah, but we can't say that statement is wrong.
No, teams that vie for top honors every season do not seem to trust local coaches.
They
That's
trust
what I'm saying.
they trust local coaches. Local coaches did not deliver. Kaizer Chiefs have been coached by local coaches. Nothing was happening.
But Gavin Hunt could not sign players, Chief.
Okay, Kompela.
He got to a couple of
Zwane.
finals. He was thrown under the bus.
Come on, we can't make excuses to enhance our narrative, which is not there.
But you've got a Rulani who did well. You've got a Pito who did well. You've got a Manqoba who did well.
And,
Okay,
and
guys,
I'm not
I'm
saying
gonna
there's
give you-
nothing wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with local coaches. I'm just saying they are given a chance.
Okay,
Not at
so
big teams though.
as it stands,
Is Mamelodi Sundowns not a big team?
With the 200
Is Kaizer Chiefs not a big team?
used to be.
Come on, just concede and accept that statement is wrong.
yeah, no, because it's only Jose that I'm seeing. Adnan,
It was-
Beganovic from TS Galaxy
Yes.
now.
Yes.
No, Cornel is here. Nabi, obviously.
Yes.
Nabi, yes.
It's Nabi. It was Nabi Nokovic. and
Steve Barker is local.
yeah,
Um,
the rest is local.
Yeah, sure. No, Miguel. Oh, Cardoso's new, obviously. Everyone else is local.
but I'm talking about big teams. Like, let's not look at Chippa
But
United.
Sundowns is the biggest
Amazulu
team, and
is a- Amazulu is a
they've
big
trusted
team.
local coaches.
Sundowns, 247 supporters. Like, they
Okay, so then there's only two other big teams.
But
And
even
one
so,
is one has
Exactly.
been hiring local coaches.
And one you just said used to be.
yes. And even so, our big teams are Orlando Pirates. We've already spoken about him. It's Kaizer Chiefs is it's not local as well. Then we have Mamelodi Sundowns.
But-
what are the other big teams?
but Chiefs have
Supersport
had
United is
local.
Gavin Hunt.
That's what
Who
Super
else do
Sub's
we have?
saying.
Polokwane Kimang.
And what Stellies?
Still is Steve Barker. He's
It's
local.
Barker.
That's what I'm saying. Is that Super
Stellies-
Subs made a good point.
Tinkler,
He's made a good point. Is that
Larson, Truter,
Sundowns
Zwane.
and Chiefs
Aye, my friend.
have tried and trusted local coaches. For one of those teams, it worked out largely. For the other one, it's not worked out. And who else are you talking about? Just Pirates.
But, okay, so there's the narrative that we go on
Which is?
to say South African football needs a winning Chiefs and Pirates. Right?
Continue.
Who's coaching those teams? That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay, are you going to blame Pirates for sticking with their coach?
But Pirates
Pirates
they
are
had,
succeeding.
They had Roger Dissa. They had Eric Tinkler consecutively.
And now they
Took them to finals, by the way.
Yes, but they did not deliver
but now
the trophies.
they're succeeding more under foreign
With
coach.
Riviera.
Yes, what I'm saying is there's
What
not
is,
that.
again, what is success, guys? Come on.
What do you mean?
Trophies.
So are you going to tell me
Orlando
winning
Pirates is
I know,
trophies
but-
and competing for
Are
the
you
league.
going to tell me winning an MTN 8 trumps getting to the final of the CAF Champions League?
Okay, but there's your argument is that
the argument is gone, Len. Local coaches are given enough chances in this country.
and they're winning titles.
And they're winning titles and they're getting us to the finals, like you say.
And at the squander their
And
chances.
they are given chances in big clubs.
Even our national team coach is not even local, but as call up.
We've had so many local
We've got-
coaches.
come
Come
on,
on,
man.
dog.
We're
Marco.
talking about success. he's arguing your point for you, Super Sub.
Yeah, and now he's shifting the goalpost.
Nah, my dog.
So
Okay.
I'm offside, I'm not onside.
You're
Yeah,
offside.
you're offside. You're way offside. We don't even need VAR.
Aye.
Just raise the flag. Okay. Quick word on Miguel Cardoso. Super Sub, you had some thoughts on Miguel Cardoso.
Yeah, I
He had
don't.
success in Portugal.
Yeah, he did. I see he coached
Rio
Shakhtar
Ave.
Dinos. What?
Shakhtar
Shakhtar
Donetsk,
Donetsk.
only at under 21 level.
I think on an
Interim basis.
interim basis as
He
a
was assistant coach. He was interim for a few games, but he was under 21
Yeah.
manager first, and then he was assistant at Shakhtar, which is still good experience. But he was head coach at Rio Ave,
yeah.
who he got them to their highest league finish in their history of 5th place, which is no joke in the Portuguese league.
And
Yeah,
by the way,
for
he
a small
did
club.
get Esperance to CAF Champions League finals last season.
Yes, but he got beaten by Al Ahly, yes.
Maroc Salah got
But
them
everyone
there.
gets beaten by Al Ahly.
Yeah, except for Pirates. But hey, hey,
When they draw blanks. But anyway.
yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay, dang.
Okay, so your thoughts on Miguel Cardoso?
Is he gonna hit the ground running? or could this be a potential
Banana.
proper banana slips for Mamelodi Sundowns? Is the reason? Maybe I'm asking too many questions.
Look,
They've got the squad to hit the ground running.
So I know Steve and Kennedy are staying.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
They probably might assist him to almost hit the ground running.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also bringing in his
Technical
team. Jeez, how many coaches are Sundowns going to have?
Oh, but they got rid of 3.
Yes, it's...
So the maths is actually mathing.
Oh, poor Fohloza.
Fohloza is gone.
Just when the butter was getting nice.
Yeah. Obviously, Manqoba is gone. And... what's the guy? I think he was the goalkeeper coach.
Yeah, Abrahams.
Yes. I just forgot his name.
Yeah, I
the
think it's
colored guy, yes.
Yeah.
So, with Steve and Kennedy and the guys that Miguel is coming with, that's already 5.
It's Wendell Robinson. Is that the one you're
Yes.
talking
Well,
about?
yeah,
It's
Robinson.
Wendell,
Sorry,
yeah.
not
he-
Abrahams.
Yeah, he left with...
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
with
thinking
Fox
Rendell
and
Abrahams.
Mate. Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I need a wooden mic for
yes,
that.
Yes. So I don't know how it's going to work. It seems a little bit confusing. Too many. Kana, how does that phrase go? Too many chefs. What?
In the
Spoil
kitchen.
the pot.
Yes.
I'm AB in the comments saying that coach has been in the pipeline for a long time after sacking Rulani. They did reach out to him. It was a matter of agreements on both sides.
I did hear a rumor about that.
Yeah, so that's an interesting point. I think that's a good thing to point out, is that perhaps that agreement couldn't be made in time for when Rulani exited the door. And they thought, we're going to use someone who's here, give them a chance. They know the heritage of the club. They know our philosophies. He's been here through all the success. Give him the head job. Back him up with Steve, who also knows the club, knows the success, all of those things. And the club thought, let's try it. And they weren't happy with what they see.
Do you think that Manqoba was the one who decided to leave, or do you think that the team was the one who said, I think it's time for you to leave?
No, he was sacked.
He was sacked.
If he's leaving, where's he going? Do you know what I'm saying?
He was sacked.
Like, if he decided
I
to
mean,
leave, it
sometimes
means...
you know how they can have an amicable little discussion.
No.
there and
No.
I think
If they've been talking to Miguel
from
since
Rulani.
left,
So Manqoba basically knew that his days were numbered.
basically.
He was a
Is that
rebound.
the reason why
Coach
he was
Manqoba
acting
was
the
a
way he
rebound.
was? Maybe is that the reason why he was acting the way he was? Maybe even towards Coach Hugo. Was it the frustration?
He probably knew that like his days are numbered.
Yeah.
He knew he was
Interim.
holding the fort.
Yeah, because if you look at most of his in post-match interviews, he's sort of like on a defensive mode all the time.
That's what I'm asking.
You know, so I think it's a coach that knew what was coming, and unfortunately for him, he got sacked. But coming back to Miguel Cardoso, I don't know if he's gonna hit the ground running, because I think South African football is a little different. You know, yes, he went to the CAF Champions League final with Esperance, but if you look at Coach Nabi, I'm just referencing now, right? Coach Nabi did well in Tanzania, right? And look now, so you know it's
But it's Chiefs. Come.
success outside does not equate to success in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? It might be one of those situations where it's an opportunity for teams to actually collect points from Mamelodi Sundowns.
You just want Pirates to win the league, which is
I always
fair.
want Paris to win the league.
This could potentially, it could work either way.
Of
on a
course.
super sub.
Yeah.
You can come in and come all guns blazing and change this team around, or could, like you said, an opportunity for the likes of Kaizer Chiefs. No, not Kaizer Chiefs, man.
Why not Kaizer Chiefs?
No, not now.
Pirates.
It's not realistic. Orlando Pirates, Staleys, even your Polokwane city of South African football right now, to take that opportunity. It's like you said, it's going to be difficult. I mean, when you think about it, guys, we've seen many coaches, and I'm talking about in Europe, for example, they do well in the respective leagues, in Serie A, whatever, go into the Premier League and still struggle. So that might also be the same case here in
Like
South
Pep Guardiola, for instance.
Pep Guardiola's not struggled anyway. He's just struggled
he's
now.
struggling now, but as we are not there, as
Askolapo.
Okay, so Miguel Cardoso at the press conference today, when he was announced, he addressed the press. And he was very quick to bring up the heritage of the club and the region and how he wants to represent the club's values and identity.
Sundowns has
In terms-
heritage.
He believes that Sundowns has
I'm asking,
heritage,
I
but
don't
he's
know, I
talking
don't know.
about the region of Mamelodi. He wants to have an understanding of the values and the culture and the history of
That's
Mamelodi.
respectful. That's a good way to go
It's a
about
very
it.
good press conference.
Yeah.
It's a very good press
Well
conference.
articulated,
While
well
saying
orchestrated,
he's
yeah.
a man of values, his values and the club's values align with excellence, integrity, and honesty being the base of their work and will be in our heads for every moment. This is a direct quote. I think it's a very good thing. And this is the most Portuguese manager thing I've ever heard at a press conference. I'm a simple man, but I'm also very demanding.
So here's the thing.
This sounds like Jose Mourinho.
So here's the thing.
It's probably taking a page out of Jose's career.
So here's the thing, right? Do you know when you meet a girl and you do a presentation?
Is she in Pretoria?
Yes, and you in Mamelodi. And you do a presentation, you're not necessarily going to like what your offering will not necessarily be what you offer.
Naturally.
Of course.
I mean, why would you want to sell
But-
yourself short?
But the presentation has to be good.
Of course.
But you must live up to it.
We'll see.
Yeah, but
Oh.
hey, have you ever applied for a job, Len Moleko? Please.
I work well under pressure.
No.
You know what I mean?
I get approached.
Oh, headhunted.
Yes.
You sound like Miguel Cardoso.
Mamelodi.
Okay. Elsewhere, another foreign coach who is struggling in the Betway Premiership right now, Coach Nabi, Kaizer Chiefs.
It will come. It's a project. It needs patience. Super Sub, I can hear you want to say something. You didn't even say anything, but I can hear you want to say something.
I actually agree with you.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh.
But unfortunately, I was going through the socials and Kaizer Chiefs supporters did not share the sentiments. And we know
But Kaizer
how,
Chiefs supporters are
yes,
demanding.
and we know how, they need to somehow be pacified somehow, and he's not doing that. I already anticipated that they were going to not
Is
do
those
well
wooden
against Polokwane
is those
City.
wooden cups not enough of a pacifier?
Two trophies already.
Come on. Then
So you can already see that they're not happy with his performance.
Trust the process.
So,
Trust the process,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah, but I
right-
mean, the fans, right?
yeah, because right now I believe that he inherited a team, right? And just like any manager, to
He's a coach. He's not a
you get a
manager.
project, and more than anything, you want to instill your philosophy of football into those players. And some players will grasp it, some won't, and you're gonna have to make changes. And I think Coach Nabi needs to be given a chance to develop that Kaizer Chiefs team.
Yeah.
I think the January transfer window, he might be able to do some
Yeah,
business.
that's what he said.
And the actual window that comes in June, he will do like proper business. And as well, something that I have noticed, which is something that I think is going to help Kaizer Chiefs a lot going forward. Coach Nabi, he's attending a lot of local games. So he's basically, I think, in my view, doing his own scouting while understanding South African football, and that's a sign of a manager that is vested in the local football
He
and
goes
in
to
his club.
Orlando,
Yes,
Loftus.
he is all
Yes.
over. So he's busy. He's cooking, and I think it's just a matter of time until we start to see Kaizer Chiefs coming back to its glory days.
Can I add on and in fact ask you guys a question? I read an article on one of the publications, and it was former Kaizer Chiefs coach Sergio Dos Santos. You guys know him. He was commenting, there's another issue that is slowly brewing at Kaizer Chiefs, and that is the goalkeeper situation, right? So as it stands, there is a keeper. Fiacre, I don't know, I'm not sure how to pronounce his first name, but in Ndwari we know him. He is from Malawi, and we also have Brandon Peterson, right? Peterson has already conceded 5 goals from his 3 appearances this season, while Rwandan international Nwari has not lived up to its expectations after letting in 11 goals from 7 matches. And he was asking this question. Bavuma has been there before. I mean, he's more experienced. In fact, that's why Coach Bruce sometimes even wants him to be a shot stopper for us. Why is he not given a chance? Or is Kaizer Chiefs still okay with Brandon, and also the new signing Onside.
But then again, it boils down to what I was saying. Like a coach will have his own philosophy. He will have his own ways of how he wants his keeper to play. So maybe, and this is us not, we're just assuming, right? Maybe
We are casting aspersions.
yeah, maybe Vuma.
Yes. But Vuma is
I
different
know,
sport.
man. Yeah. Vuma is not in the practice session. He's not giving Nabi what he wants yet. He's still maybe working on him. I don't know. I'll like to
So
believe.
the question is that does Kaizer Chiefs right now have a challenge when it comes to keepers?
They've got
I've
three.
given you
They've
some
got
numbers.
three.
They've got 3 keepers.
Yeah.
I've given you numbers
4.
right
The
now.
other one is in marketing.
What is the marketing? Kali.
No, man. E2 actually is now, I think, partnered with a betting platform. So he bought into the business and I think is a shareholder there.
Yeah.
That's what we are told.
He's
but
doing
that's
some
what we
nice
are told.
business moves.
He's in the front line.
yeah, we are not there.
Your confidence in Nabi, Len Moleko, is it because you see flashes? Because I think that's important as well. It's one thing to underperform as a new manager, but if you see flashes of potential for things to turn around, even during a time of underperforming, that's important.
So if you look at Chiefs right now, right, they're sitting 9th on the log. They've played 8 games. There's a couple of teams that are above them, like your Polokwane Cities of this world, Chippa United,
Yeah.
Supersport United, who are above them.
But
Chiefs still has games
Games
in
in
hand.
I think 2, no?
Well, technically
2. It should be 2. Last time I checked.
2 on who? It's 2
On
a
Kaizer
certain-
Chiefs.
No. I'm saying Chiefs. They've got 2 games in hand on Polokwane and Supersport United.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yes. But like you've got a Sundowns who've played 8 games. You've got a Pirates who've
Who's
also played 8 games.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is trust the process. Things will come together if you trust the process.
I don't think Kaizer Chiefs fans are patient enough for it. And I hope that it doesn't apply pressure because Kaizer Chiefs is going to disappear in terms of their ability to compete on any level if they keep cycling through coaches.
But
and
you
I
can't
think Nabi is a coach with potential. I think you see flashes in this Kaizer Chiefs side, even in some of the games they've lost or they've not got all the points. You see flashes of an idea, a plan, a strategy to get Kaizer Chiefs playing football again.
For me, it's a case of you can't, in the words of Albert Einstein, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. and
Oh my
expecting
goodness.
different
We need a
results.
t-shirt printed. We need a t-shirt printed
At
with
this
that
point,
quote.
yeah, no.
I got you.
If I print a t-shirt for Len Moreko, it says, it's like driving to your girlfriend in Pretoria.
Well, it's like a bikini.
It's like a bikini.
Statistics are like a bikini. So you Mulifi, Athazwane, Gavin Hunt, Stuart Baxter, Ernst Minadorp, Nabi. You can't be.
At some point, you're
One
gonna
of the
have to
revolving
accept. At some point, you're gonna have to accept that you've hit rock bottom, and it's
you've
gonna take.
regressed.
Yeah, it's gonna take
It's
some
not rock
taking.
bottom. I think that's a bit harsh.
Yeah, well,
So
I think-
regression, yes.
Are you saying
not
Kaizer
rock
Chiefs can
bottom,
go
yeah.
further down?
Nah, I don't.
So then
I
it's
don't
rock
define
bottom.
this as
Then
rock
it's rock
bottom,
bottom.
You guys, no.
So
I
they
think
can get worse.
According to Kaizer Chiefs,
Chiefs can get worse at Chiefs.
potentially.
Sure.
Because,
Potentially.
look, currently, if you look at Kaizer Chiefs, right?
and also that 2 games
I mean-
is not even 2 games in hands. It's only over Super Sport.
Where did they finish last season?
Because
Eighth.
all other teams
Outside
on
of-
top
outside
have
of the
placed
top
8.
Outside of the top
Yes.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't even in the MTNA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's rock bottom for Kaizer Chiefs.
Because even if they win those 2 games, they're not going to catch Polokwane City. They can only catch up to Super Sport.
Fair.
That's rock bottom, Tipi.
No.
I
build-
don't see it as rock bottom, but yes, continue.
Look,
Not winning a trophy in 10 years, 12 years, 14 years.
And finishing out of the top 8 for
For
the
Man-
first
Guys,
for-
they have 2 trophies.
For
okay?
Kaizer Chiefs. No, let's be
All right,
realistic.
Toyota Cup FC, please.
Look, currently we know that Kaizer Chiefs cannot lead a pack of ants to a picnic. But trust the process.
Of course, they have to trust the process. That's what we're saying.
Yes.
I think that's why my question was so important. I'll pass it back over to you, Super Sub.
Yeah.
Do you see flashes from Nabi's Chiefs
Yes,
that makes you confident? And I feel the same way, and that's why I asked the question, is that
definitely.
I think that you almost, as a Chiefs fan, have to ignore the current situation, the current run of results, the current league position, etc., just because you have confidence in where the potential could be for this side. And if you know, I also don't like that Manchester United, for example, I think Kaizer Chiefs and Manchester United show a lot of parity, right? Is that
imagine supporting both. Are you okay, Marco?
I'm not okay. Things aren't fine at all. But that's the thing, is that you don't want your club to be a club that's churning managers out the door.
All the time.
The time.
Yeah.
But you need to do it quickly when you can see it's not working. Man United waited too long on Ten Hag, for example. I think that Kaizer Chiefs aren't waiting with the wrong managers, but I think that they should wait on Naby because there's potential.
So here's my message to
quite-
Kaizer Chiefs
okay.
fans, right? It's block out the noise and look at the signal.
Yeah, because I think they're more concentrating on the banter because they don't have ammo for the banter.
Yes.
Even so, guys, you know, when I looked at and I went to different platforms, and by the way, the responses coming from supporters are quite polarized because you have players that are blaming the coach, and then you have, supporters that are, you know, blaming the coach and they're saying he's not doing his job and whatever. But you also have many supporters who saying, and I'm quoting this man here who says, maybe these players need to get 50% of their salaries because they're not taking this seriously. So, I mean, as much as obviously the attention is going to be on Naby, but at some point the players should get some type of hate, right? No?
But also, like, at what point, guys, do we think Kaizer Chiefs has a God-given right to be a top club in the country?
Because of
It's
of
not
the
a
past.
God-given right.
It's not a God-given
right. But the
They
fans-
earned it.
No, the
They've
fans.
ended. Because it just
That's-
ended.
When? 10 years ago.
No, it does not matter. They've
Kaizer
ended
Chiefs
in
has
football.
earned their position as one of the biggest clubs in this country.
They are.
Yeah, by support.
And
By
history,
success.
Len.
History. Aren't they the most successful club in South African football
You're
history?
only as good as your last game.
Come on, Len. We're talking
Lemo-
about...
No. You're only as good as your last game.
Yeah, but in accolades, they have collected enough for their fans to expect.
And have
Men's
done
Day
wonders
Cup,
for SA
BP
football.
top 8.
Yeah, but you're not TS Galaxy,
Exactly.
But
where fans can be happy. Are we eighth?
You're just happy to stay in the Premiership.
No, TS Galaxy can actually like breastbeat and say, we've been to more finals than Kaizer Chiefs in the past 2 years.
Yeah, but the expectation.
It's funny how you just say 2 years so that it... Suka, man. Get out of here, bro.
But anyway.
Okay, speaking of TS Galaxy, they ended Amazulu's winning streak.
There's
And
something happening at TS finally.
they had a rough start to the season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's something happening
For a
at
team
TS.
that performed really well last season, they had a really rough start to the season, and now they look to be turning a corner
But
again.
that's a clear indication of having a coach who really wanted to be there, come in and change things around. The moment the former TS Galaxy
Siad
coach
Ramovic.
left, you saw an immediate change.
But a new broom.
Yeah, new broom.
Granted, but I mean, you would see even the demeanor of the ex-coach. He
And
did
also-
not want to be there anymore.
also
We
with some
saw
of the-
that because
some
they
of
already
the-
had a job waiting for him.
Some of the players that they signed, like having a Keegan Dolly in your squad, he might not be the Keegan Dolly that was part of the CBD,
But still,
but his experience
His quality.
and knowledge, quality player, the way he reads the game, Keegan is class. So and you've got like a Bernard Parker as well, who's still in the mix of things there at TS Galaxy.
isn't
coaching the
Mere
kids,
and
yeah.
them still there
You know-
as well?
Sorry?
Mere and Kimang. Yeah.
Your
they
Mere is still
have-
there.
Yeah, they
Is
have
Voya still
experienced
there?
players. They have
No,
very
not as a
experienced-
player.
Yeah, but these
What,
Yeah.
marketing?
don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
Don't do that.
So,
Most probably, eh? I can't rule that
Let me
out.
see. I'll
Okay.
tell you now.
So let's have a look ahead to this weekend's fixtures in the Betway Premiership. Of course, this is Onside ZA, brought to you by Betway. And also check out Betway Scratch. You should see a QR code on your screen any minute now. Last time we were only scratching the surface, but now Betway Scratch is back and it's bigger than ever. Every single day till the 31st of December, you've got a chance to strike it lucky and win a share of a guaranteed 150 million rand in prizes. Like I said, scan the QR code on your screen now and place any bet on sports or casino and earn your daily scratch card for a chance at cash, spins, bonus flights, and more. So scan the QR code on your screen now for your chance for a share of that 150 million rand in cash and prizes exclusively at Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Licensed and regulated by the Western Cape Gambling and Racing Board. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to participate. For gambling counselling, call the SARGF on 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp on 076 675 0710. Betway Scratch. It's back and it's bigger than ever. Betway Premiership fixtures.
Very quickly, Vuya Mere is now assistant to the coach, the new coach at TS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Also marketing.
Truth is gone, eh? We forgot to mention that.
Yes,
Brandon,
no,
yeah.
Truth has gone. Yes, that was coming.
Yeah, no.
Richards Bay is struggling. You can see they can't negotiate a win. Yeah,
Do you think Coach Manqoba and Fotloza could be heading to KZN?
Golden Arrows.
Rich boys.
Look,
I think so. But let's see.
Do you want your salary paid? I don't know.
so here's the thing: if you are Manqoba, it's like, look at it this way.
Richards Bay don't have salary issues.
If you had a blesser,
that
right.
just gave you a couple of meals to say, hey,
yeah, just to say good morning,
just go,
and then now you're dating somebody who's got a 9 to 5. It's kind of different.
Nah.
Kinda.
That's
It
what I
is.
mean. It's like, can you pay your salary?
Why
No, but
are
I've
they
never
called the
heard-
rich boys of Natal?
Yes, and I've never really heard of payment issues.
No.
from
I
Richards.
mean, as in your salary,
Structure.
your Sundowns salary.
Yeah, levels.
Can they afford that salary?
Not even transfer
Yeah. Clout.
budget.
Yeah.
Do you wanna tell me? Okay,
Although a job's better than no job.
yeah. Do you wanna tell me that Coach Manqoba walked away with nothing?
Even so, if Coach Manqoba was to leave, I mean, I don't think.
Did he even have a
I don't know,
contract?
I
Do you
think he's-
remember him being contracted as you are signing a 3-year contract as Mamelodi Sundowns coach?
We don't know.
Was he on a month-to-month MTN?
Hey, Mom.
Pay as you go.
Pay as you
Wow, Marco.
14th Avenue
Wow.
and the colors combined. But anyway,
I don't think. I think Coach Manqoba might have ambitions of not just staying here in South Africa. I think he might have ambitions of coaching continentally.
where?
We don't know, but he might. It's
possible. He's a good coach.
I don't see him just
According to
wanting
himself.
to settle. Man.
What has he won?
According to
As
himself.
a head coach, what has he won?
According to
Our
himself.
respect.
MTN 8.
But he's not spent that much
He
time as
clapped
a head
Ajax
coach.
5-0.
To be fair, if you look at the last 10 years of his career, how much of that was as head coach?
Fair point. But Clinton Larson also won the Telkom knockout and the Culling. And like, come on.
Listen, if Europe's
So I
anything
think
to go
Manqoba is
by-
not a good coach. Let's go for it.
Huh?
Eh?
No, he's saying he's
For me-
questioning the
Marco,
credentials.
I want him
No,
to
for
say
me,
with his mouth.
no, for me, he's average.
That's deep, bro.
But isn't it anyone who worked with Pizzo is now? If you worked with Pizzo, that means you get a job.
Like a Pep kind
Like a
of
Pep
situation.
Guardiola.
So then you'll find himself a job somewhere.
Yeah.
In Saudi or
In Al something.
yeah, Al something.
Al what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
see. But I think it's gonna go to Richards Bay. You'll buy me a striped horse.
So we're all
Trust me.
familiar with the Betway 4 to score promo. If you make a qualifying bet, you can get your share of that 50,000 Rand every Betway Premiership weekend. You predict the first team to score across 4 fixtures. 4 fixtures coming up this weekend. Amazulu versus Royal AM. KZN Derby
That's a derby right there.
Royal AM and Amazulu to draw.
on Friday.
I see Royal
The
Aim win.
13th.
Friday the 13th, 7:30 p.m.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Draw goalless.
Goalless draw, yes.
And the chairman?
He'll be there.
When the chairman is
Starting
there,
11.
when the chairman is there, he plays the first 30 minutes. Second half, he gets subbed and they go and win or draw.
And apparently, I saw somebody actually putting out a video, highlight reel of the chairman. I think it was in the game against Chiefs, saying the only thing that's dribbling him, no pun intended, is his fitness. But otherwise, he looks like a talented footballer.
Yeah, of course. I think you can't be there by a chance.
unless if you own the team.
You have to go through the trials and all of that and get selected.
By yourself. You said, do you think, so I wonder, actually, now that I think about it, so his contract, was it like,
It's a lifetime contract.
Did he contract himself and sign a contract?
It's a lifetime contract.
Like,
No, man, why do you make it sound like it's just him running the team? I'm
but
sure
that's
there's a
normal.
finance department.
If you own a business, you can pay yourself a salary as a contract member working for the company.
so how many years do you think he signed with the club?
Lifetime, man.
Come on.
Until they
Okay.
get sacked.
Other fixtures on the weekend, Saturday's games, Golden Arrows versus Richards Bay.
Golden
Another
Arrows.
KZN situation. Hey,
Hey,
yeah.
Is it a Devon thing
Arrows.
this weekend?
Yeah,
it's
looks like
arrows,
it.
Arrows.
Richards Bay struggling, Golden Arrows surely to nab this one. Chippa United versus Cape Town City. That should be a good game.
Cape Town City to score
I know
first.
you're going to be watching that game.
Cape Town City to score first, but cheaper to win the game.
I see cheaper winning.
Chippa winning.
They're having a good season. Chippa just seem to climb and climb. Then they
Yeah.
go through a bit of a slump.
That
but
was September and
they're very good at punching above their weight.
Yeah, Coach Eric is struggling this season, man. For some odd reason, he's not really.
he will get it right. He tends to have like a slump,
Yeah.
and then when he goes on a trajectory, you won't even see it. Before you know it, you look at the log and it's like, Cape Town City is fourth.
And I just remembered, Pirates had Fadlu Davies there as a local coach. And
With him
Mandla.
and Mandla when they
Yeah,
were co-coaching.
I just remembered now because we're talking about Eric because he was coaching Pirates as well.
Oh.
So your narrative is dead and buried.
Okay.
Okay, well,
And there was Rulani at Pirates as well.
Len, it's an ancestor narrative.
by the way, if you look at this season, those free tickets could be working wonders for Cape Town City because they're unbeaten at home this season.
How is it?
Oh, good
So
for
all of their
them.
failings have been coming on the road. Of course, they're on the road again this weekend. But those free tickets for home games could be helping Cape Town City out a lot because they seem to be happier playing at home. So, that's one fixture to look forward to this weekend. Moving on to the next fixture for the weekend. I don't know why I just click on things and then go off of my page. Supersport United versus MacG.
Bradley
go either way,
Bradley
hey?
Grobler is back.
Is he back?
Yeah, he's the one who actually
finally.
scored the winner for them.
Oh, yes.
So the goals
past
are
Friday.
And
so,
he's chasing
Wonder
Fanima Dida's record. So
Yes.
so goals are back in Supersport.
I think Supersport, they're going to get their bounce back.
has Nokovic started playing?
I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him, but I think he did.
Because I didn't watch that
I
game.
speak under correction.
So Supersport to win and to score first.
Supersport to win and to score first and
I
score
think
the
this
only
is going
goal.
to be a draw. There's still some flame in MacG, you guys. There's something in them.
There's wind in their sails after that big win
There's
in
something
the
in
cup.
them,
But
yeah.
also, no. Ever since they won the cup, I think they lost 2 of their subsequent games.
Granted. But I see something in them. I say it's going to be a draw.
Polokwane City versus Maruma Gallants.
Was not even on the
Polokwane
bench.
is winning that one.
He was not even on the bench on that game.
Is it? Oh, yeah. No, I see
Are you
Polokwane.
talking about Nokovic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Polokwane City. Oh, no.
Polokwane is, they're Polokwaning that ones.
I don't know. N1. Hey.
N1, you don't play around Morea, Chiefs.
Hey.
Bana ba pahapa bao.
And then a tough fixture for Nabi TS Galaxy Monday night.
It's going to
Galaxy
be
to win.
tough.
Wow.
Galaxy love a game against Chiefs.
It's like Royal Aim and Chiefs. Eh?
Yes.
They always
Keegan-
struggle.
Keegan wants to prove a point.
Parker wants to prove a point.
Parker
We'll be calling the boys like, hey, do the job.
And we know Tim Sukazi just loves playing against Chiefs.
Yeah, no, it's gonna.
Okay, moving
With
on.
Rami.
So that we don't get into another conversation about officiating, moving on from the PSL Betway Premiership, CAF Champions League.
Pirates is not playing.
No,
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
They-
Champions League.
Champions League postponed
I
fixtures.
forgot.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Big teams.
Like, why?
big
Like,
teams
why
are
you
playing
so
Champions
extra?
Yeah, big teams are playing on the continent.
Like Stellies, Pirates,
You know?
and Sundowns.
And Sundowns, yes.
They is struggling.
CAF Champions League, speaking of, Orlando Pirates hold Al Ahly to a goalless draw.
Good result.
Not bad, hey?
More so because they managed to win in their previous encounter against what's the team from? I just forgot the name. So for them to play against Al Ahly, a powerhouse on the continent, and come away with a draw. It's just a case of them going to Egypt,
Yeah.
Fight
get a
for that draw again.
and then you are there and thereabout to be the one of the two teams that actually make it to the
Through that
to
group.
the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Super sub. Orlando Stadium bouncing.
Bro, I was there. And
Oh yeah, apparently you were there. Yes.
yeah, I was there chilling with the boys there.
Oh yeah, no, I saw you on TV.
Yeah, no, it was first and foremost. I just want to say to my Buccaneer, congratulations. Filling up Orlando Stadium, it's something that it's been happening consistently
40,000.
in this season.
That's an awful lot of people.
You want to go and extend it to 50, they will feel it.
Okay.
That's a lot of
get
I
people.
was
It's-
just saying 40,000.
Yeah,
lot
I
of
guess they need to feel it. Well, they were not getting to those numbers before. So that's why I'm saying congratulations for going out in
Yeah,
numbers.
big ups to the fans. Yeah.
Big ups to the fans, And coming to the game, I think there were moments where I think Orlando Pirates would have stolen the game, But what I liked most is that they were fearless, though they were a bit rusty. I was disappointed with few players, especially with their first touches. But again, the stage was very big, And I think going forward, they can just build from that. And I foresee Orlando Pirates actually coming out of this group.
Mamelodi Sundowns, the final straw that broke the Manqoba back.
Eish.
He's
here now.
He buried himself. Like I said, he shuffled. He
Yeah,
shuffled himself. But I think Sundowns will get out of the group. It's Sundowns.
Sundowns.
Now they will.
New broom.
New broom.
Yeah, I think they would.
And then Stelli's struggling on the continent a little bit more. Their first season in CAF.
Yeah, no, it's not Rama up there, guys.
It's Africa is a jungle.
It's not Rama there.
You have
It's
to
not
get used to
smooth.
it.
Yeah, at some point,
It's not a smooth spread.
yes, they need to spread themselves evenly.
Not so easy when you don't have the experience and the financial backing necessarily to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
so,
more so the experience. I don't think the financial backing is that much of a
Sure,
challenge.
it's
is
expensive to travel.
you think Ramgro?
It? Do you think Uri?
You think Ramgro is just throwing money at the situation?
I don't think
Gavin
they are,
mentioned
but I
it,
don't
yeah.
think that they have as much
there
of a
must be
challenge
money.
than
That's
probably
a tax
Polokwane
write-off,
seat.
Chief.
I don't see them having that much of a financial challenge.
I
I
mean,
think more than anything, their biggest challenge it's just the experience and having to travel and see what it is like that side.
So
Remember
they were,
when
they
we
were
had-
playing in Durban,
Remember when
Tepe.
we had a chat about this, and you were saying that the coach had gotten some pointers about it, and I said that it's great when a person tells you what to expect, but once you find yourself in the field of play, you realize just how challenging it may be. I don't see them having financial challenges.
what
So
do you
here's the
think
thing.
of this point? Before, sorry to interrupt you, Len. Younger teams do well in the Betway Premiership, but older squads tend to do better on the continent.
Yeah,
Experience counts for
Yes.
more continentally.
Yeah.
That's why I agree with Len that Mamelodi Sundowns will be able to get out of their group stages. They've got season campaigners for Manqoba's bread and butter.
So the point I was trying to make from what you say, how does Estelis go beat Pirates, fail to win on the continent, but they beat a Pirates that's able to hold an Al Ahly to a draw?
Does that mean
Age
that
of the squad.
Does
And
that
also
mean that
just add to that, Len, they were playing at home.
Yes.
That's when you need to capitalize more.
Look, guys, like now I still say that playing against teams that you naturally do not play against all the time is a challenge, right? And I think that Stellies right now is having those challenges. Maybe their preparation may not be on par. Maybe they cannot anticipate what to look forward to when they play against certain teams. They already have other teams' numbers that are local, but they struggle with playing these teams continentally.
That's why you've got a technical team to go start.
That's what I'm saying. They might be having challenges when
go
it comes
study your
preparation.
opposition.
Yeah, granted, but I feel like they're still struggling, and I mean you can't expect
They are
them
struggling.
to really go into it.
No, don't feel like
Don't feel like they're struggling.
They
They
are
are
struggling.
struggling.
I've been saying this from the beginning, and I said this when the season started that they are going to have challenges, and here are the challenges.
Yeah, no, they're seeing flames.
But we can
Yeah.
sit here and argue that Sundowns is also having challenges.
Granted, but I mean, we can't compare the challenges that Sundowns are facing as what Stellies are facing.
And it's also only 2 games in. They still have 4 more games to go.
That is fair, right? But I mean, if you are going to a new competition, at least have a win or a draw. What they have been doing is what? Have they won a single match since?
No, but they're virgins on the continent.
That's when you are a virgin, you get child first. Like, and then you learn the streets.
And you are for the streets.
Okay.
And then you are about there. You are on the
And
bottom.
then you break your foot.
Hey, when you're in the
Sam
bottom.
Kello, follow the Onside ZA Instagram page. I'll post some booking codes before this weekend's fixtures.
What
for you
booking
there.
codes?
The Sam Kello's asking for my
For your
my
Betway
booking
slip.
codes. Yeah.
Is he
sure?
Sam Kello.
Sam Gelo. Marco, what's that number?
And there's a WhatsApp number even.
Sam Kello, you love your man, innit?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, moving on from the continent. Tsepi, darling, we're about to jet off with you around the world. This is Around the World brought to you by Betway and the Aviator game. Betway, get way more.
Okay, so let's just go. We're going to Marrakesh because that is the venue where the CAF AFCON awards are going to be taking place. Very, very quickly, guys. I just want to mention
CAF Awards.
CAF Awards, yes,
yes.
that are going to be taking place. There are 3 categories that I'd like us to just quickly talk on, and then tell me what your thoughts are.
Ronwen Williams.
Player of the Year for men. We have Simon Andingra. We have Seyo Guirassi from Guinea, who also plays for Borussia. By the way, Simon Andingra plays for Ivory Coast as well as Brighton. We have Ashraf Hakimi. We know him from Morocco and plays for PSG. Ademola Lookman. We know him from Nigeria. Plays for Atalanta. Ronwen Williams. Obviously, Mamelodi Sundowns as well as South Africa. Who do you think is going to take this one? Who do you think deserves to take this one?
Ronwen Williams.
Ronwen. Tsepi.
Yeah?
You are Eri Ronwen.
Ronwen.
Yeah.
Okay. Unanimous?
All that was you going to ask about.
Win.
Ronwen win.
Ron win.
Ron
That's
win,
it.
win,
Sky
win.
seeing.
Ronwen
Win.
win.
Ron win.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Ron winning.
Yes.
But although Ademola Lookman.
Wait, Bonamara, what I'm asking.
Where is he from?
Okay.
Atalanta in Nigeria.
Okay, here's a question. Was he
Please don't upset Super
Was
Sub.
he-
Thank you, Tsepi.
Yeah.
was he nominated for anything at the recent Ballon d'Ors?
Ronan was.
Nah, he must go.
He won
I
a
rest my
Europa
case.
League.
And
Europa.
Ronman did quite well in
he
AFCON.
was, I think he would, Lookman is one of the biggest problems that Bafana faced in the AFCON.
That too.
He's a good player. Anyway, moving on.
So
Next
it's
category.
unanimous.
Yes, all of the awards are
All of.
unanimous. Yes.
Okay, but there's this one that I'm also quite intrigued by. It is Player of the Year for Women. Sandrine Ninyonkuru from Burundi plays for FC Massa. We have Tabitha Chawinga, who plays for Malawi, as well as Olympique Lyonnais. Yes. Temwa Chawinga from Malawi also plays for Kansas City. Sana Modi from Morocco plays for AS FAR. Chiamaka Nadodzi from Nigeria plays for Paris FC. Rashidat Ajibadi from Nigeria plays for Atletico Madrid. Jermaine Siaposenwe.
Yes.
South Africa plays for Monterrey. And then Utembike Afev playing for South Africa and Tigres. Barbara Banda from Zambia plays for Orlando Pride, and Rachel Kundananji for Zambia and Bay FC.
Barbara Banda.
Barbara has been excellent, Ubanda.
I love Jermaine. I love Tembi. But
Even me.
Barbara.
But Banda has been on fire. Guys, thoughts?
Hey, now I'm biased there. Hey.
Yeah, very, just.
Tembi.
He went.
Jermaine.
You know what I'm talking
Okay.
about.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move very, very quickly to the UK. Yes, to the UK. So you would remember that West Ham won their most recent match. They stars Jared Bowen and Thomas Sosek dedicated Monday's win. It was a 2-1 win against Wolves to Michael Antonio. He was involved in a car accident. This past week, he was driving his Ferrari, got into an accident. He does have an injury right now. He will be off the entire season. This is basically me just talking on, once again, footballers having, an expensive lifestyle, getting into car accidents. Well, in this case, though, there's no signs of him being under the influence. It just came across as though the poor guy just got into a bad accident.
Poor guy in a Ferrari.
Mikel Antonio is a good guy, though.
Yeah,
he's
and
not a
played
problem
every single
footballer.
match.
Look,
Yes.
I think
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's not a problem footballer. It's, you have a Ferrari, sometimes you crash it. What you going to do?
Exactly. I mean, it's a supercar. And also in the UK.
But his
especially in the
surgery
Premier-
was successful.
Yeah.
And yes, he'll miss the season, but he'll be back and kicking.
The Premier League.
I hope
what you
it
tend to
does
find-
come back. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
In the Premier League, you don't find a lot of incidents where footballers are very reckless in how they drive. I know in our league, it's a bit of a problem.
Yep.
The GTIs. Hey.
Yes. And like the crash GTIs and those guys, have you actually, so there's this thread that I saw. No, what?
It's what leave my players alone.
No, I want to hear. Please, cook.
No, it's just a thread
I
of
wanna hear.
what footballers drive.
Oh, okay, dope.
Like the common car is a G63. There's the Uruses of this
Common
world.
way.
In the Premier League.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them.
Okay, moving on.
Antegas.
V classes, Audis, like proper supercars, and you don't get stories about.
Yeah, no, sure.
Yes.
Look, the laws of the land as well do help. Yeah, we've got cold drink issues, amongst other things.
And Don Julio. Okay. So this one I have to mention purely because we might not even get the chance to speak on it. Manchester City's long-awaited hearing into the 115 breaches of the Premier League rules has concluded, according to reports. This was yesterday, but a verdict is not expected until 2025. You would recall that the closing arguments in this case, which opened on the 16th of September, at the London International Dispute Resolution Centre, was made to an independent panel, which was on Friday. City still deny their wrongdoing, but face several sanctions if found guilty, including potentially being relegated from the Premier League. You would remember that Everton as well as Nottingham Forest suffered point reductions last season for breaching of the league's profits and sustainability rules. The English Championship star accused of 80 breaches of financial rules between 2009 and 2018, plus a further 35 of failing to cooperate with the Premier League investigation. Do we care right now, or are we waiting for the verdict?
Nah, we'll wait for next year.
Yeah,
we've spoken about that many a
We
times.
really just, I just had to
There's
say
a boatload
now
of
they've been
documents and
concluded.
things that they have to go through still. We'll see that verdict in January, probably late January, and we'll have a look at it
And
then.
the Premier League have shot themselves in the foot because they scored an own goal with Leicester City, and Leicester was able to bypass the system
And still get promoted.
not get docked points. So City will probably go the same route.
We'll see. There's several factors at play. Speaking of things at play, and Mikel Antonio and Jared Bowen and Thomas Souček and the likes, Lopetegui surviving another El Sakiko.
El Sakiko.
El Sakiko 2.0. Ten Hag was the first victim. O'Neill looking like he's the next one on the block.
Look,
But
West
Wolves are
Ham,
playing good football.
Yeah, Gio
but
and
the results are just not coming.
The results aren't coming.
They are so unlucky.
But I think you need to wait for after this Christmas period now, surely.
If you are who? If you
Why
are
would you
Man
want?
City,
Because
if
this
you
is
Wolves.
very, this is very critical stage if you are a Premier League club. To sack a manager when games are coming left, right, center.
If you can get a top manager who's very good at helping teams survive, then I think you have to bite right now. But if you can't find someone that you
Big Sam.
know, if someone like Big Sam was available, you could, then go in that direction. But I don't think Big Sam's coming back. He didn't help Leeds survive, so it was
Okay.
too late, but still.
I want to just close on this, guys. Some certain things that I've just noticed on social media that made me quite excited, especially because I'm South African. You saw that because Arsenal losing United losing against Arsenal, that's 2-0 loss. And the new theme song for Arsenal is Corner by MacG. Did you guys see that?
Corner's a goal. Come on, guys. Like, that's why we spend so much money on our
Center backs.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just
centre
happy
backs
that it's a
too.
South African song as a theme song.
Is your set piece success come from the hair of that set piece technical manager, the set piece coach?
Yes.
If he shaves it off, we're finished.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like
that's-
Samson.
and
Biblical.
Samsung, yes. And also that I saw West Ham. I've been following their social media platforms quite a bit, and it's either the social media manager for West Ham is South African because he's using South African music and even the phrases. He went as far as going "Good December" on their social media, so that was actually dope. And that's all we have for you worldwide.
That's Around the World with Tsepi Worldwide, brought to you by Betway and the Aviator. Gameplay Aviator now on Betway. Get way more. Let's jet
that's my
off
dream.
to our second home, the
Not
Premier
yet.
League. We have just touched on this after El Sakiko 2.0. Len Moleko, they're calling for your apologies week in, week out, Chelsea
People,
fans.
you know what? I
How
think
many
an
times must
apology
you
is not
say
enough.
sorry?
You know, I have. So plenty times I have. But we have to get to a point whereby Chelsea need to put themselves in the conversation of we are title contenders.
They are.
But
Len.
how are they? How
No,
should
no,
they
no,
put
no, no,
themselves
but
in?
I want to hear you finish your point.
Yeah, let's hear Len finish his point. Yeah.
Because it's okay, cool, we're building. We still trying to stabilize. You know? Like, you are title contenders, that's what
But
you are.
okay, so may I just quickly just interject? You do that too, my friend. You act very nonchalant. You act when your team, and I'm talking about Arsenal in this case, when Arsenal is doing well, when you see that they're on fire, their guns are blazing, I've never heard you say, "Oh yeah, we got this," because also you need to somehow be a bit. I'll find the term. And your team doesn't do that. You don't do that for your team either. I don't see why you're expecting Chelsea to do that. If they are really wanting to go again, up for the championship, why should they be saying that?
No, but I have to be partial.
Impartial, you mean?
That one too.
Yep.
Okay.
The point I'm trying to make is, right? Chelsea are in the conversation of title race.
Yes.
And the beauty about them and what they have that a lot of other teams don't have is the fact that they can go to Kazakhstan on Thursday.
And play a second string squad.
Yes, and that would still not deter
Okay.
their Premier League form because you can take Madueke to Kazakhstan and play Sancho on the weekend against Bournemouth, for instance. Not a lot of teams have that luxury in the Premier League.
Because they don't have 50 players in their squad.
I agree with Len. I agree with you, Marco, because they've spent so much money. They have to call themselves title contenders. After spending so much money, they're definitely title contenders.
But Manchester United have spent a lot of money.
He's just playing what do you call
ploy, because
Yeah,
you don't want to also do that, especially because is it not also like premature?
Like it's
It's premature to speak about anyone
That's what I'm
except maybe
saying.
Liverpool,
It's
who've done
premature to
phenomenally
then
well.
come out there and
But
be like, oh yes.
Chelsea's last 5 fixtures, a draw with Arsenal, immediate title contender,
yes.
and then back-to-back wins.
yes.
And the fight back win this weekend in the London Derby was especially impressive. To fight back is just a mentality thing that I found impressive. And their next game is at home to Brentford, who are phenomenal on their own turf. But to come to Stamford Bridge, Chelsea could be knocking on the door of Liverpool.
They already are, I think.
Well, they're 4 points behind, but if you have
But Liverpool have got a game in hand.
they do have the game in hand. But
I
you
like
need
their
but
underdog
points.
outlook. They're just acting as
They
though,
can't
oh,
underdog
me?
themselves.
Oh, what do you mean?
So Liverpool's next game is against Fulham.
Very
Fulham's
tough.
a good side,
Yes.
It's at home at Anfield. I still expect Liverpool to win that one.
Yeah, same here.
But in saying that, it won't be the worst thing in the world to get a draw against a good Fulham side, right?
Arsenal would know.
Then Chelsea play on Sunday. They could be within 2 points of Liverpool come the end of the weekend.
Fair point.
You have to give them credit there. And the biggest credit to that statement is how good Liverpool have been this season in terms of their point return after 14 games. It's the best point return in the league since Manchester United won it a good few seasons ago.
And I think, friend, and
Yonks
I think
years
there's also
ago.
this thing that in the beginning of the season, there was just so much noise because we never understood exactly what Maresca was doing. In fact, we still don't understand what he's doing.
He's
right?
cook- he's-
but what
he's
we know
cooking.
is that...
He's cooking. Cole Palmer's got everything in the fridge and then there's
Exactly.
Yes, but
Maresca.
all we know is
They've
that
got refreshers
they are
there.
out here, right? They are winning these matches, but we never anticipated that. And that's why, for example, Alain, and granted, I mean, you can't really hold that against them because it looked like a circus, right? But he is, I think, because of
But it
also
was a circus,
potentially the
though.
noise. That's what I'm saying, my dog. But because of all that noise, I think
On
he was
that
just
note,
like, okay, let me not
Marco,
even
read Semi's
explain.
comment.
Please, friend.
Marco, Pari, Len and Tepi are like siblings. They're always having small fights.
No, what? Whatever.
You want to hug it out?
But Maresca's done a terrific job at Chelsea. I was loudly against the decision to sack Poch because I
Same
thought
here.
that Chelsea were turning a corner, and they've continued on that trajectory and they've done very, very well. So well done to Chelsea.
But also,
And
one swallow does not make a summer.
what's interesting about
Another one for the t-shirt.
it's gonna look like that Betway Premiership t-shirt. Just phrases everywhere. A Len Moreko t-shirt. Stats are like a bikini.
Yeah.
Driving to my girlfriend in Pretoria.
Why England lose?
New broom sweeps
Einstein.
clean. Okay.
Yeah.
Arsenal, Everton at the Emirates, kicking off this weekend's fixtures on
Arsenal
Saturday.
should win.
Arsenal have to win that. If they
should
want to
win.
continue pushing,
Yeah. Mara, may I ask, were you not disappointed? Granted, Fulham was a good Fulham side, but considering where Arsenal is or potentially can be, and them messing up like that and giving a 1-1 draw, thoughts?
So here's the thing. This league, this season is... Yeah, it's what's the word I'm looking for?
Unpredictable.
It's ish-housery.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
ish-housery. Because
Okay.
you never know what you're going to get when you play.
But this is the Premier League, and that's
Yeah.
why it's the most watched league in the world. It's
Yes.
extremely
So-
competitive, and anyone can give you a bad day.
Take a result as you take it. Did you think that Forest would do what they did?
Against Manchester United and Liverpool, by the way.
Exactly. Did you think you
I'm
can't?
just referring to you and your team, considering that they are vocally up for the top spot.
Drop points, get points, don't lose all the points,
But
especially in December.
But I've been saying this.
Yeah, because look, I mean, Arsenal is not really far off, and
No, not at all.
if you're 6 points adrift, it's still within reach,
With the game in hand.
and also still going to.
Let's be honest. There's still 4 teams in this title race right now.
It's Arsenal,
Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool,
Chelsea,
and Man City.
Man City, yes.
There's still 4 teams in this title
You're still
race.
counting Man City.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They're still in the title race. They still have a
Sister
say.
Sam.
We will see in January. We will see in January.
We'll wait for the 115 charges in January.
I
see.
don't. That will only kick in next season anyway.
I'm just
But-
saying.
We'll
I
see in
see.
January because
Yeah.
this run of fixtures now coming up is going to make or break teams' chances at going for this title race. We spoke about Liverpool against Fulham. I think we all expect Liverpool to go on and win this one at Anfield.
But it's not gonna be easy.
It's not going to be easy. Fulham's a good side. Newcastle hosting Leicester. Leicester have had a bump from their new broom, Ruud van Nistelrooy.
I knew Broom, but I expect Newcastle. They're coming all right.
Yeah, Newcastle, good side.
I'd give it to Newcastle. What
I
they
have to
did
imagine.
against Liverpool
Yeah,
last week
exactly.
was hectically impressive.
Yeah. And, you know,
They're like space, man.
Yeah, look, vibes.
Vibing.
so their final game with the former manager, Leicester, looking ahead to that fixture, was against Chelsea, the game that they lost after losing heavily to Manchester United, to then coach Ruud van Nistelrooy, their current coach. Then the interim boss was in charge of the loss at Brentford. Since then, Ruud van Nistelrooy, a win over West Ham and a draw against Brighton. Those are impressive results. Ruud van Nistelrooy is doing good work thus far at Leicester. He has had an incredible run of management duties.
He hasn't lost a game.
Oh,
He
yeah,
hasn't
from
lost
you
the game.
guys, ne?
So in his stint at Manchester United, I think he's drawn to Brighton and he's done really well. He had a draw in the Europa League as well.
But then again, he's a new broom in all aspects
And
of
a
new
draw
broom.
with Chelsea, right?
I think so.
Those are the results. He had a draw in Europe, a draw against Chelsea, and a draw against Brighton. He's won every other game as manager in English football.
New broom.
Yeah.
Well, good for
Time
him.
will tell, right? Time will tell. Okay, other fixtures coming up. Again, I don't think I stated it outwardly on that one. I do still expect Newcastle to win. Very good side
Yeah,
at
yeah.
home. That should be Ruud van Nistelrooy's first loss as a manager in English football. Wolves against Ipswich. That's going to be an interesting one there at Molineux.
Draw.
O'Neill needs a win.
He needs a win. He can't negotiate
That
one.
could be his savior.
But
That win.
But Ipswich don't lose games, really. They've got a lot of draws this season.
Holding
That's
on
what I'm
for
saying.
dear
I
life.
still see a draw. It's a
I
score
do
draw.
see a draw.
Score draw, yes.
I mean, Ipswich have 6 draws in the league so far this season.
But then again, if you're playing the teams that you are in trouble
That around you, yeah.
around you,
You have to win.
You have to win to get over them.
Negotiate. You just negotiate a win.
Yeah, just
They're
negotiate.
level
a
on
win.
points. Wolves with 2 wins. Ipswich with a solitary win, much like Southampton. However, they're 4 points ahead of Southampton, who are sitting at the bottom of the table. And that's going to be an interesting game. It's a 6-pointer down there at the bottom.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. Next fixture on the list, it is Nottingham Forest against Aston Villa at the City Ground in
Interesting
Nottingham.
one, that one. I can't
That's
wait.
that is an interesting one.
Draw as well.
Can't wait.
Thing is,
I think Villa just might take this one.
Villa don't concede a lot of goals. Forest score goals. This is not the Aston Villa of last season.
Yes.
Definitely.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
This is also not the Forest of last season.
Facts.
And I like to see Forest doing very well after the criticism from Len Moleko about Portuguese coaches in the Premier League. So I also want my apology.
No, I was critical of Portuguese coaches in the Betway Premiership.
No. Weeks ago, when Ruben Amorim joined Manchester United, you said that no Portuguese managers other than Jose Mourinho succeeded in Premier League football.
But
Well,
Amorim has
and
not really
the average
succeeded,
village
has
boy
he?
also kind of had a good.
Was that?
Amorim has not really succeeded, has he?
Yeah. I still knew.
but we're talking,
Yeah.
I was just
Just
saying,
easy.
I'm talking about Nuno Espirito
Okay, so
Santo.
Marco.
Thank you.
Hey, but you remember that Nuno, the Wolves, yeah, Nuno.
They were good.
That was a good one.
And they had a good
That
squad.
was good Wolves. Even Adama was a star.
In that ish hole. Okay, Sunday's fixtures quickly. Brighton, Crystal Palace. Palace playing football again.
No, it's Brighton.
Still a Brighton
But
win.
at the American Express Stadium.
The Amex still Brighton.
They're not going to swipe their way out of that one.
Yeah.
Sure.
But what they
their
did-
card is not gonna decline, my boy.
That is so funny.
Brighton play ball. I'm going to skip over the fixture of the weekend. I want to address that one last. Chelsea against Brentford. We mentioned this. We expect Chelsea to get all the points, pushing for a league
But
title.
Brentford is not a walkover.
No. But I think if Brentford were at home, I would say I would be more inclined
It's
to
still
push
Chelsea.
a draw,
Chelsea
whatever.
are the favourites.
Chelsea at home,
Yeah.
surely, on a Sunday night. And then Southampton against Spurs, an opportunity for
Angu Ball
Spurs.
to
for
vibe.
Ange Ball to vibe a little bit more.
That one.
Hey, but that's going to be an exciting
You
game
never
because
know. With
But-
Spurs, you never know.
I think if you want to make money on this one, go for a big score result for
Or
Spurs.
go for both. No, go for both teams to score.
Both teams probably will score.
But I think Spurs would win.
Southampton struggle to defend, and Spurs will tear you apart.
Yeah, it depends if
No lie there.
Son is on song.
2 or 3.5 over, Spurs win.
If mad is not mad.
You know,
I think so. This is going to be vibes. That's going to be a vibe.
no, it's going to be a vibey game.
And then West Ham, an opportunity on another Monday night football against Bournemouth.
Bournemouth to win. Don't
at the Vitality.
Don't stifle. Don't.
So that
Bournemouth.
West Ham still struggling.
Yeah, no.
They
Hammers.
like Monday's
someone needs to get into
Monday's
an
result
accident
was
again.
flattering for West Ham, right?
Yeah, they need to.
Yeah.
And Lopetegui won't be there come March, surely.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. Will he see Christmas?
I think if you can just
If he can negotiate to win
top
or
10,
a draw.
just just get to top 10, they will keep him.
I think
But the Cherries, definitely that one. They're gonna.
so.
They're going to be on top of that one.
If the
Yeah,
Cherries are
with
to
a
win
cherry on
that
top.
game, if the Cherries are to win that game, West Ham will remain on 18 points, and Bournemouth will go up to 27 points, which will be level with Manchester City.
Good for them.
But Bournemouth
Are playing football.
Yeah, they've been playing ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then the big game of the weekend, the Manchester Derby, Manchester City to host Manchester United. Both teams not doing tremendously well, not in the best form of
That is
their
going to be a
life.
spectacle.
Manchester United have gone on a longer run of poor form. They've got a new manager, new ideas, like fundamentally new tactics and strategies about philosophy and how to play football. Manchester City, same old manager, good squad, just injuries, it seems. What are we thinking for this Manchester Derby? It's going to be one of the more interesting ones of recent years.
Man United fans, manage your expectations.
He's talking to you, Marco.
No, he's talking to all of us.
No, I'm addressing all of
Oh, okay.
Everybody.
Manchester United fans, manage your expectations. The process is just starting. There are
It
signs.
is like a Kaizer Chiefs.
Yes, there are
Okay.
signs. But I did say
Same.
yes.
Same thing.
There are signs of improvement. It won't happen overnight. If you are Man United, you're playing a Liverpool, you're playing an Arsenal, you're playing a Chelsea, just
Forest.
or Forest,
Villa.
like the teams that actually bring pack a punch, right? Manage your expectations. It's not going to happen overnight. For City, however, I think it's actually more pressure on them
To turn their form around.
to turn their form around. If that conversation about title race
Is still to be
is
spoken
still
about
to be
come
spoken,
January.
yes,
Is
with
that a
them.
conversation, Super Sub, that you still have, by the way? May I ask?
Yeah, definitely.
Title race,
yeah.
yeah.
Look, I mean,
They're
it's
not that
Manchester
far beyond.
City. They're just not. They're not just gonna take it lie down, you know.
Yeah.
And
Well, they kind of are these days, but we're not that.
they're
But
fighting. Look, if you watch the game against Crystal Palace, you know they were chasing that game.
I saw.
And they had to come back from. I mean, it was 1-0. They have to come back. It was 2-1. They have to make it 2-2. So those are signs of players' mentality getting back to what they are used to. You know, chasing games. You know,
Yeah.
and then the past few games it was not the case, but right now it looks like there is a fighting spirit, and they actually want to.
and
And
Erling
there's also
Haaland.
injuries, man.
and-
Like,
There is
to be fair.
that, and
Yeah.
also, but it was. Marco mentioned something about the mentality of players in terms of chasing game, you know, and it's very critical in football. If you don't have that, because you're not gonna win, you're not gonna be the first one to score all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
You can't win the Premier League without mentality.
without that mentality, you know. And yes, it was a draw. I was disappointed. I was hoping that they would win. But what I took out of that game is that they are slowly getting back to themselves.
I was actually impressed with
Jeremy Doku.
No. The midweek game not the weekend game. Midweek, the win
The
one they
Wednesday
won,
night
yeah.
game.
The Wednesday night game with Jack Grealish playing the holding position. I was rather impressed with how he actually showed up.
Yeah, because you can tell that, they have to make shift, because there is not much that they can do, especially
No
in the-
shifty.
Yeah.
I think the biggest concern is Manchester United still give the ball away far too easily, and Manchester City have a lot of quality that will punish you if you give the ball away. So
Yeah.
that's the biggest concern for this
Process.
Manchester derby. It's part of a process, but it's a derby, and
Yeah.
anything can happen
Do you have more faith in Imoran than you had on Tenach?
from the start. I don't.
both
Don't say
Portuguese.
obvious.
Yeah, but it is obvious. I
No,
think
Akere-
it's.
Akere, I'm getting my
I think
Portuguese. What?
When are
I
you getting
think-
your name?
Amarin shows promise. It's the discussion we had earlier about Naby, where you see something there. Eric Ten Hag, I think it's been a long time that everyone knew this is not going to be the manager for this club. And he won a couple trophies.
That brought him time.
And I don't want to criticize him as a professional and his technical knowledge and ability in football. Don't want to criticize the man on that. But he lost the dressing room. He can't manage players. He's not a fit for Manchester United. And I think Ruben Amorim really could be. It's early to tell, of course, but I really hope Man United stick with him because I think that he's a manager with a plan and you can see something there. So I hope he does well.
I think Eric Ten Hag did not cut himself enough.
Do not cut what?
No, like how Pep does it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Clean shave.
Yeah, no, like as in like
Oh, scratching the head
Oh,
and the
like,
nose and
oh,
whatever.
shit.
Yeah, Arteta must go cut his hair ball to win the league.
He was, but he was not
who was
talking about
outside of Pep Guardiola. Who was the last Premier League manager to win the league as a bald-headed man?
Oh, you want me to answer that?
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay.
Which one is this one?
But
can't think of
Arteta, he must go bold to win the league because he's bottling again.
I don't know.
Nah, he'll be bold.
Does
don't worry.
does Antonio Conte
Do you
count
really
because
believe he's bottling?
No, no, no,
You know,
no,
you're
no,
just
no.
Because his
saying
hair
that
comes
just
from
to
Turkey, not-
agitate him. When Barry is bottling,
bottling what?
Barry Arteta is bottling, he should be winning.
We are not even 15 games in.
That's the signs are there.
Icona.
Even Marco used a Zulu word. It must
Wait.
be real.
No. I know what Marco's saying. No, corner, not icona. Corner.
Okay, and that's a wrap of our Betway Premiership, or our Betway picks rather, for the Premier League. What do we want to wrap up on? Anything? Any last bits of news?
Yes, I do actually. You guys remember Tara Fanteni?
Yeah, he played for Ajax.
And Orlando Pirates,
He played for Paris. He played quite substantially. He's actually back right now.
he
is
missed a
coaching.
sitter. Yes, but anyway, continue. That guy.
I just
Him and
saw some-
Lennox Patella.
Lennox in the Champions League.
Yo,
Yeah, he's actually doing some coaching as well for some smaller team there in Cape Town. The team is coached by Etugrol, and it seems as though he's 40 years old. So congratulations to him. He's also back in the footballing space.
no, it's good to see ex-players coming back to the
Because
game and
we
giving
always
them.
talk about what happens to them. So
We should actually have
found
a
this
feature here on this
interesting.
show.
Ex-players.
Bye,
Bakai.
There you had it from siblings, guys.
And there you heard it from us. Thank you so much for joining us once again here on Onside ZA, brought to you by Betway.
Oh, we're done.
We're done.
You want to fight with Len?
No, I don't
Go
want
for
to
it.
You
fight
guys
with
want to
Lynn.
fight? We'll leave the cameras on. Super Sub and I'll
You
go
guys are
home.
so weird.
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's fine. Okay, no, it's cool. It's cool.
See, I didn't even say anything.
Well, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Len Moleko.
Thank you, Mr. Marco.
Thank you, Tsepi Worldwide.
darling.
Thank you, darling. And thank you, Super Sub.
Thank you.
Thank you most of all to you, the ballers. Remember to stay on side with us and Betway. Don't be offside, be on side. Danko.
Booyah.
Means thank you.